All right, welcome. Another episode of Between Us.
Another episode.
The number one husband and wife podcast in the world.
Yeah. Voted by us.
Huh?
It said voted by us and us
No,
only.
the world voted.
Oh.
Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And this episode is brought to you by Dreamers Merch, but more on that later.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Also, another surprise.
Look at Jaiden's beard.
Look at my beard.
It's gone.
Yeah, these last couple episodes, I'd watch them and be like, what am I doing?
Well, look at my face today. I got a facial, microneedling. It makes my face red, so I look sunburnt, but I don't care.
Yeah, I didn't like how I looked with the wispy beards.
I do love a short beard. I like him either way, but I do love a short beard.
All right. So you hate me like 90% of my life.
90%?
No, I do like it like this. I'm just bad at the shaven part of it, you know, like my neck.
But I like that it's scruffy. It looks good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling better.
Yes, thank goodness.
So you don't have to worry about me laying down this whole episode and having tissues around me. But this past week, Fletcher started soccer.
That was an adventure. It was fun. He had a good time. Cried a little bit.
And if you want to hear about that experience, you got to wait till settle our debate because we had something happen. So wait till the end for that. It's also almost the end of February.
That flew. Usually January and February go so slow, but I feel like this year is already flying.
I know.
I think it's because we plan stuff out.
You think that's why?
Yeah. Because then I'm like, oh, shoot, it's already that time. We have to go skiing or we have to go do this.
I know. Speaking of that.
We need to go skiing.
Yeah, we got to just pick a day.
This weekend.
Okay. I'm scared.
I think it'd be so fun. I feel like you'd pick it up.
I think I'd be fine skiing, but I'm scared of the dismount.
The ski lift?
Yeah. I just know that's not going to go well for me.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, right. I see these reels where, like, they'll be on the lift and their skis will get caught under them and it'll, like, pull them off.
Well, if you just lift your skis
and
up.
you try to get off and it, like, wrecks you and then they have to stop the lift and everyone yells.
I feel like it'll be easier with skis. With
Lift
a snowboard.
your skis up.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
With a snowboard, you have to have 1 foot out and carry. No one wants to sit by her on a ski lift because when she gets off, she like pushes people out of the way.
Who?
My sister, Carrie.
Okay.
And so she makes people fall, and so she'll literally just push you, and then you fall. So no one ever wants to sit by her on the ski lift.
Yeah, we got to do it though.
Yeah.
This is the year. And I keep seeing reels about like people having euphoria.
While skiing?
Once they take their ski boots off.
Oh.
Like, do your feet just kill while you ski?
It kind of depends on your boots. Like my ski boots, after a certain amount of time, they do hurt a little bit.
Why do people do this?
For fun.
Why?
Skiing's awesome.
Why?
It's so fun.
Why can't there be a different activity?
There's tons of different activities, but
Well, then think of one and you can make millions.
I wanted to go snowmobiling.
yeah, but you've done that.
That's the point.
But no, the point is to do stuff that you normally wouldn't do, and you'll gladly go snowmobiling, but you're supposed to be doing stuff that like you don't really want to do, but would be good for you.
Yeah, I've also started planning my solo trip, and I'm really scared.
Don't be scared.
I feel like I'm gonna die.
Why?
I don't know.
Don't think that way.
Okay.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Yep.
You solved
Pep talk
it.
over.
Anything else happened this week?
My mom's in town.
Yep.
My mom and Emmy Sue.
Yep.
We had one of our first, was it even a podcast or was it just a reel?
I think it was just a reel.
It went viral on TikTok because my sister Emily was sitting over here on the couch while we were filming a video. And she kind of like leaned forward and kind of like made a noise. And for some reason, everyone in the video thought that I said under my breath, "Help me." So everyone was like, "Is she okay?" And like, I mean, it made the video go viral, but it wasn't what they were thinking.
All the comments were like, "Did you hear that?"
Some people thought it was like a ghost.
Yeah.
Too. Like, it sounded like this.
But it was just Emily getting off the couch.
Yeah.
She just sighed. Like, she just sighed.
Yeah. She's my sister. She has Down syndrome, and she's just fun to have around because every time my mom coughs or anyone coughs, she has to copy them.
I know. And I have a cough right now. So every time I cough, she goes, "Huh? Huh?" Every time I cough, so now I'm like holding it in.
Yeah, but her and Fletcher are cute together.
Yeah, they are. Just chatting it up. Yeah, no, I'm glad I'm feeling better. It's still, I have this like dry cough. So annoying.
That is the worst part.
And I like, every time I get my routine going.
I literally said that to Carrie this morning. She was like, "Is Jaiden still sick?" I said, "No, he's feeling better, but it seems like every time he starts going to the gym, he gets sick like three times. And then he just is done, you know, because he can't get back into his routine."
What is life?
Yeah.
Why? I just want to just go to the gym.
Yeah.
And be used to going to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
But then I go and I get sick because all you nasties that go there, you don't stay home when you're sick. And nobody wipes down their equipment.
Gross.
I know.
Straight to jail.
I hate that. And I hate that I judge them. Like someone will like do their lift and then I just notice they just get up and just go away. And they have sanitary things that you're supposed to wipe down the seat.
Yep.
Wipe down the handles.
Just gym etiquette.
I know, but nobody does it. I'm the only one. And I wipe it down good. I do double wipe. 2 hands. Like one time I was doing leg lifts, and there was a guy clearly waiting for me to finish, which is another thing that I hate.
Right.
But I finished, and he's like, I go to get the wipies, and he's like, "Nah, you're good." He didn't even want me to.
Well, I mean,
people are weird, man. Anyways, wipe down your equipment so I'll stop getting sick.
Yeah.
So nasty.
We wipe it down every time after our class, every day.
I'm sure some people don't.
Maybe, I don't know.
But anyways, yeah, that's the previous week. Taylor, what you got for us?
Well, that is the previous week. Welcome to this week now, everybody.
Welcome.
Did you talk about your Dune tickets?
Oh, yeah, we bought our tickets to Dune, Part 2.
Yep.
And man, I've been watching everything.
You're ready to go to Arrakis?
Because they'll do like these media tours, the like actors and actresses and the director. And you can tell it's all filmed in the same spot, and they just like rotate the different interviewers, right?
Yeah.
And I've just been watching all of
Really?
those. It's so good.
We
like
did.
What?
Sorry, you can keep going about Dune.
I was gonna say, I love the cast.
It is
they
a
seem
great
cool.
cast.
Like I love Brolin.
Who's that?
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin.
Who?
He plays
Thanos.
Oh.
Thanos.
I saw that Pew, what's her first name?
Florence is in it.
I saw that she was in it.
Yes.
That'll be good.
Her costumes look awesome.
Really?
Yeah. And then Zendaya and Timothy seem to have some good vibes.
He seems similar to
Don't say Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Wins.
They do. I feel like they've got the same vibe, you know?
I know, but Tom Holland probably doesn't like that they're
it's
besties.
True. That could be. I don't know.
You know? And just, like Batista's so cool. And, but who I'm really liking just hearing is the director. He's the man. Like you can tell the respect everyone in the cast has.
That's cool.
So we got our tickets, luxury seats,
Always.
and that will be this week.
Is it?
Yes.
What's the date today?
Yeah. The week this comes out.
That's next a week from tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, the week that this comes out
Oh.
will be when we go to see it.
Yeah.
So tune in next week if you want a full breakdown and review. We're becoming a movie podcast quickly.
We did watch Deadpool this week.
We did watch Deadpool,
did?
Yes.
Wow, I'm so proud.
It was good. I liked it. It was funny.
awesome.
It was really funny.
I love Deadpool.
Yeah, it was
It's an interesting story. But
yeah, I didn't
it.
know it was an X-Men crossover.
I didn't either. I wasn't expecting to have to see X-Men.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But I did like how they would incorporate, like, I think what's his name? Who plays Deadpool? Ryan Reynolds. They had like him on the cover of a magazine, and they had like he even mentioned Ryan Reynolds in the movie.
Yeah, they like break the fourth wall and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's funny. Yeah.
But they do it in a good way.
Yeah.
So we're gonna watch Deadpool 2
Uh-huh.
before Deadpool 3 comes out.
Deadpool 2 is awesome.
Awesome.
Josh Brolin's in that one too.
Yes. Speaking of movies, Taylor got me hooked on an app called Letterboxd, right?
Yep.
Jaiden forced me to download it.
I forced everyone. And I downloaded it, and it's kind of like Tinder for movies, right? Where you swipe through movies, and you put if you watched it or not, if you liked it, and then you can rate them. Or if you haven't seen it, you can add it to your watch list.
Yeah, we gave Deadpool a solid 8.
Not how it works.
Yeah, it's out of 5 stars.
Oh, wait. You're right. We gave it a 4. I said 8, and Jaiden said it's out of 5. So I said, okay, how about a 4?
You can do half stars too.
4 is great. 4 is great. I reserve.
You honestly, when you're only given 5 stars, you have to be like Deadpool probably is only a 4-star movie.
Yeah.
I would agree with you because it's not a 5-star.
Because compared to a 5-star,
Yeah.
you know, and I logged some hours in this app.
Yeah, you did.
Let's just say that. So, just looking quickly over my profile, and if you'd like to add me on Letterboxd and see how I'm ranking my my movies, my handle is Jurassic Ward.
Yes, it's a great one.
Jurassic Ward.
Isn't that cool?
That
Hell
reminds
yeah.
me, I came up with the name for our future business, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want it to be stolen.
Thanks. I'm sure the listeners will love that.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Anyways, I've logged 683 movies.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Because when you texted me, you had only logged like 410. And that
Really?
that was a few days ago.
That's still a lot. 410.
Oh, I was not messing around. So let's sort. Do you want me to give some of my
let's hear some
stars?
5s.
Okay, so here are some of my 5-star ratings. Okay, Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Concur.
Don't you dare.
Just keep rolling.
Dune,
Yeah, that's a 5
Part
star.
1.
Mm-hmm.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Avengers: Infinity War. That's has to be a 5-star.
That's a 4.
How? You think Deadpool's on the same level?
You can't even give it a half?
I'll give it a 4.5.
Okay, I'm just going to rapid fire. The Godfather,
Yes, 5.
Jojo Rabbit,
4.
Coco,
10.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
The newest one was a 5.
No.
Yes.
The first one.
The first one was really good.
They're all good.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That one's good, huh? No Country for Old Men.
Yep.
Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
2.
Jeez.
No, Lindsay.
Maybe a 3.
Jurassic Park.
4.
Linz, that one has to be.
You're
a 5.
giving out 5 stars like they're candy.
You are giving out. You're pretty liberal with your 5 stars.
With these?
Yes.
Okay. I did 5-star on movies that changed me.
How did Jurassic Park change you?
It literally shaped everything I am. It came out the same year I was born.
His name is Jurassic Ward.
Jurassic Ward is my handle. What do you mean? Jeez.
It's your identity.
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Yeah.
The second one's the best one, though.
No.
Yes. Return of the King is
Two
way
Towers.
better.
The part where Gandalf comes down the hill.
Stop it. There will be blood.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The first Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
4.
2 is better.
Maybe 3.
2. Pirates of the Caribbean 2
Don't be weird.
was way before its time.
Gladiator.
4.
The Green Mile.
5.
WandaVision.
That's not a
That
movie.
was a 5.
That one changed
Is
me.
that? But are you doing TV shows now?
I don't know.
Okay.
The Mummy.
Okay.
Really?
That's not.
Jaden literally.
Emotep.
Jaden was
The
looking.
Book of the Dead.
Jaden was looking at some auction site where they auction off movie props last night, and they had like the Mummy book, and it was what, like 50 grand.
50 grand I bid.
So no, he didn't. No, he didn't. So then he tells me the Elder Wand from Harry Potter is only 8,000. I'm like, you're telling me that the Elder
That
Wand.
tells you exactly what you
So
need to
then
know about my list.
I said, you know that
The
you
Elder
like
Wand
Harry.
was only 8,000.
Jaden claims that he likes the Mummy better than Harry Potter, but I
Definitely.
No.
There's probably a bunch of Elder Wands that they used. I
Yeah,
mean, Harry
that's
breaks
probably
one
true.
of
But
them.
there's only one Book of the Dead.
We don't need it because I've only seen Mummy one time. If you really liked it that much,
All right,
I'd
I'll
probably
give you a
see it
couple more. Hamilton,
Yeah, that's a 5.
Interstellar.
Never seen it.
That's crazy.
It's so good.
What is it? Why can't I remember
Christopher
what it is?
Nolan.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey.
Space.
No. I
Black
never saw it.
Holes.
How did you see it
That-
without
The
me?
soundtrack.
Who did you see it with?
It came out a long time
I saw
ago.
it while you were gone, I remember.
Oh,
I don't know where you were, but it was like late at night. I turned it on, watched it, and I don't think I slept that night.
You didn't see it in
Really?
the theater?
that's true.
No.
You did
Were
get
you
on
on
a
your
kick.
mission?
He got a kick.
don't
He
know,
got on a
maybe.
kick
It came
on black holes. He started researching black
It
holes.
came out in November 2014.
I was on my mission.
Oh yeah, you were. So
Yeah.
you watched it later.
So I watched it, and I was like, I need to know everything about black holes.
Dude, that movie's awesome.
So good. And I just stayed up all night. I need to, well, black holes, everything.
That
I
happened
could
to
find.
me that happens to me every time I watch that movie. I have to start watching YouTube videos about
Yes.
space and black holes.
Okay, I have The Dark Knight.
Is it 5?
Lindsay.
That should be
That is regarded as like one of the best movies.
it is. It's
It's
literally
good,
one of the best
but
movies of
I
all
honestly
time.
like the one with Bane better.
Straight to jail.
Nope. Sorry, you're wrong. And I put Avengers Endgame.
I'm going to concur with you on that one.
Yeah, buddy. So, I think that's a pretty good list.
It's decent.
For 5 stars?
Yeah, I feel like you could be a little bit pickier.
What do you mean?
Pirates of the Caribbean, Jaden. 5 stars.
All right, whatever. Thanks for poo-pooing on my parade. All right, that's it. That's all I got. So Jurassic World, catch me there. That's where I'm going to be posting everything.
We did start watching Lord of the Rings this week too.
Yes, we did.
And I forgot how much I love those movies.
They're so good.
I've seen them so many times. That was our road trip movie in the car.
That was my like Sunday movie growing up.
What did you rate Everything Everywhere All at Once?
4.5.
Wow. Straight to jail.
That one was good.
Yeah.
That's weird because you like loved that movie, and I feel like with how easily you gave out 5 stars, that one would have been a 5.
You know what's the true 5-star?
What?
Big Fat Liar.
Oh my
Meg
god!
loves that movie. Anytime,
I gave it a 4.5.
whenever we see, whenever we see Paul Giamatti's face anywhere, Meg's like, "Big fat liar."
Yep.
That's funny.
My 4.5s are really good. They're really good. Like Hunt for the Wilder People.
I'm surprised you
The
put
kid,
Jojo Rabbit
the kid
above
from
that
Hunt
one.
for the Wilder People is in Deadpool 2.
He is.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I gotta say, my list is good. It's good. And I was very, like, selective with four and up. Like, I bet 90% of the movies I ranked got a 3.5 and lower.
What about, have you watched Blade Runner 2049 yet?
Nope. That's on my watch list. So, yeah, we'll update you guys as we go through my watch list. And that's why I had Lindsie download it, is because I was like, I need you to be able to see my watch list to pick what we're watching.
Sure.
Yeah, but there's so many on there that I still can't pick.
Yeah, the world is your oyster.
It is.
It is coming down.
Raining
Are
cats
you
and
hearing
dogs
that?
out there.
Oh, it's hailing.
All right, really quick on the movie trend here. We're gonna look at these 10 movies real fast, and you get to keep 5 and cut 5. They're all Pixar movies, okay?
Keep 5, cut 5.
Yes.
Pixar.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so I'm gonna read you the list, and then you guys can decide keep 5, cut 5. Okay. We've got Finding Nemo, Toy Story, Ratatouille,
No.
A Bug's Life, Monsters Inc.,
Yes.
Coco,
100.
Cars, Incredibles, Up, Inside Out.
Okay, we have to agree. We can't individually.
I'm
Why
going
don't you
to cut
just
2.
draft?
I'm going to cut 2 right off the top. Keep Coco, number 1.
We're going to keep Coco.
I'm going to cut Inside Out first.
Oh.
It's a good one, but it's not one that I watch on repeat, you know?
That's fine. You're going to shamelessly cut a few of these, so Inside Out's first to go.
I mean, I haven't seen Inside Out, so I have no
that one's
opinion.
a cut.
That's
Easy
crazy.
cut.
Yes, I know.
2, Toy Story. You cannot cut
We're going to keep Toy Story? Are you sure you want to start there?
What do you mean? Toy Story's like the OG, Pixar.
Okay.
And we watched that one a lot.
Okay, rapid fire. Keep it going. What are you cutting?
Ratatouille.
Cut Ratatouille,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, that sucks, but continue.
I also haven't seen Ratatouille.
And I think, what were the other ones?
Okay, so here we got them.
Gotta keep,
we keep Monsters.
You gotta keep Monsters, Inc.
Okay, you have 2 more to keep.
And we're going to cut... Oh, man, this is where it gets hard.
Oh, Bug's Life.
Incredibles, Up,
Life.
Cars.
Hold on. I said we're both choosing Lindsie.
Okay. You have to keep Cars.
We're keeping Monsters right now.
Okay.
That's where we're at.
Okay.
And, oh, man, we're going to really cut Bug's Life?
Yeah.
That one has...
You know what? They cut it out of Disneyland. Cut it out of our list.
Done. Okay, you sold me. That's sad.
I know. It is a good one.
That one's like such a part of my childhood.
It is like nostalgic, but I just feel like it didn't keep up well with the others because I still watch the other ones.
Okay, we're going to keep Cars.
Yeah, got to. That's Fletcher's favorite.
Okay, you have 1 more.
So we either are going to cut Incredibles, Up, or Nemo.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
You get to pick one of those 3.
Oh, jeez. No, we're going to have to cut 2 of those.
Yeah, you only get to keep 1.
Which one are we going to keep?
So we're keeping Incredibles, right?
Which means we're cutting the other 2?
That means you're cutting Up?
And Nemo? I think so.
Wow.
Don't you think?
Yeah. I think you're right.
So we're going to keep Incredibles, and we're going to cut Nemo.
Okay,
Up.
so you are keeping Coco, Toy Story, Monsters, Inc., Cars, and Incredibles.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like I'm also associating them with their rides at Disneyland. I'm like, well, what if they didn't have that one? What about the ride?
Jeez, you're getting meta with this. Yeah, what do you think, Taylor? How'd we do?
I don't know. This list is tough.
Tough.
I probably would have gone a different direction, but
Oh, wow. What we kept would you have cut?
Probably the original Toy Story, or is it?
Yeah, that was up in the air for me.
That one is literally...
I would have traded Toy Story for Ratatouille.
Oh, no.
And I would have traded probably, I don't know. I love Inside Out. So I probably would have traded that for something.
I haven't seen it, so I don't have... Sorry.
Ratatouille's like...
Good?
That's like top tier Pixar.
It's good, but again...
Really? It's on my watch list.
Like,
it's regarded.
That's not one I will watch multiple times, but I'll watch all the other ones 1,000 times.
Yeah, Monsters for sure. That was a yes.
Yeah.
And Coco.
And Toy Story.
I think we did all right.
All right, y'all. Good job. We are moving on to the news.
In the news.
In the news.
Get your newspapers out.
We have Ruby Franke was sentenced.
Finally.
Ruby Franke, a former YouTube parenting host, was sentenced to 1 to 15 years in prison. Is that all?
Keep reading.
Oh, on each of her 4 counts of aggravated child abuse. It's important to keep reading, folks. Potentially totaling up to 30 years after pleading guilty. Franke and her colleague, Jodi Hildebrandt, were convicted for creating a concentration camp-like setting for 2 of Franke's children, involving denial of food, water, and basic comforts, along with physical abuse and extreme isolation. This abuse occurred from May to August 2023 and was part of Franke's strict parenting methods shared on her YouTube channel 8 Passengers, which was subsequently removed. The severity of the children's condition prompted police intervention, leading to Franke's arrest. The Utah Board of Pardons and Parole will decide the exact length of their sentences. Franke, in her defense, claimed she was misled by counsel into abusive practices, reflecting on the dark delusion she followed.
Oh, so she's blaming it on
Jodi
delusionalizing
she already
her.
had kind of like extreme
I think
parenting
that's
style before
crap.
she met Jodi. And I feel like Jodi just kind of exaggerated it, you know?
So she's either going to go to jail between 4 to 60 years.
Yes, that's a pretty
Dude, if
large
she-
range.
I think we need to tighten up
Tighten what up?
the sentencing.
Yeah, it needs to be...
Like, don't you think that's crazy?
That is a very wide
I wonder how
sentence.
they came up
4
with that.
years or 60.
Yeah, I wonder how they came up with those years.
I don't know.
It's probably going to be on the lower side. Well, I don't know. We do
don't
live
If
in
she
America.
serves 4 years, we're, as a society, doomed. Don't you think?
I don't know. America jails more than any other country. And I think like 80% of those jailed in America have a sentence longer than 10 years. And so from my perspective, there needs to be some more reform and
Some jail reform.
just like helping them rather than
Right.
punishing.
Yeah.
You know
but
what
it's
I mean?
like, I feel like when it comes, I agree, we need jail reform. But I think
But
when
like
it comes to
someone-
kids,
Right.
Yeah.
if you frick with
Yeah,
kids,
no, I'm not
it's like,
saying I'm not saying she deserves. I'm just
Right.
saying
But and
what
also,
can we do
but
to
also
help her?
someone like Jodi. Well, I don't know her personally, but just from what it seems like, I feel like jail even for a year would teach her. It would scare her enough to like never do anything like that again. But who knows? I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. I just feel like if you're willing to harm your
Right.
own kids,
Yeah, that should be life.
you're a menace.
That should be
you're a
life in
menace.
prison.
I went to high school with one of Jodi's children.
Did they say their mom was?
We didn't really get around to talking about that,
You didn't have the foreshadow of this happening.
but
Well, I had read that Ruby would make her kids like carry heavy books up and down the stairs for hours. They had to work outside in the sun in St. George for hours without sunscreen and in bare feet. They had to run on like dirt roads. She would
Yeah.
hold her son's head underwater, like crazy.
Taping their hands and feet.
and
like,
handcuffing
what a
them.
psychopath.
Yeah.
What an absolute
So I'm like,
dog of a
and
human.
you can't blame Jodi for your actions. You know, someone can't force you to do those things,
Yeah.
especially to your own kids, you know?
Yeah, you should have the insight of like, I love these kids.
Right. But Jodi's beliefs were like that people could have like evil spirits. And so because she felt like I keep getting their names mixed up. Ruby's kids were like misbehaving. They had like evil spirits. And so they were doing these
my
things to get the
gosh.
evil spirits out of them or
Stop
something.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So they're sentenced, but not really. It sounds like they still have to figure out if they get parole and all that, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's crazy. I followed that right when it happened. It was like all I could like. It it was all over TikTok. I was reading everything about it, and I just couldn't. It was just too much to keep up with.
Yeah, and like, just the family vlog thing in general is hard.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it doesn't create that great of a space. Mm-hmm. Like, we even tried it, and we were just kind of like...
It just does, it's not very, like, natural.
Yeah.
And especially on hers, you know, and anyone's really, if someone gets sick or someone gets injured, the first thing they do is, like, run and grab the camera, like, because that's good content. That gets a lot of views if someone gets injured or has to go to the hospital.
Yeah, it's hard if your life is the content.
Right.
You know, like, that's why I love this format, because we're able to just be ourselves, and we don't have to, like, try to fabricate, oh, what are we going to do for the vlog, you know? Like, yeah, I think as far as family vlog channels, there's going to be a lot of issues with those moving forward, because, again, your kids then are your content.
Yeah, have you seen that video of the girl where their dog dies? And they're in the car, and she's like,
oh my god,
for the thumbnail, she's like, you gotta act like you're crying. And he's like, I am crying, I'm sad. She's like, no, you gotta look at the camera, look more like you're crying. And the poor kid's like, I'm sad. She's like, no, you gotta look more sad.
We need a good thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
No, I think, I mean, if she gets 60, she gets 60.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it.
Nope.
Next in the news, we have Sora that has been revealed by OpenAI. Sora is an advanced AI model capable of generating videos directly from text instructions, producing realistic and imaginative scenes up to a minute long without modification. It represents a significant step in AI's ability to understand and simulate the physical world in motion, aimed at aiding real-world problem-solving and creative endeavors. Despite its strengths, Sora faces challenges with accurate physical simulations and maintaining consistent spatial details, highlighting the AI model's current limitations while also showcasing its potential as a foundation for future advancements towards achieving artificial general intelligence.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm excited for this.
I'm scared.
No. Don't be scared.
Let
Yeah,
it
he's
happen.
here to help us.
It's funny how much Jaiden, you know, loves AI and, like, knows everything about it. And I honestly barely know how to use ChatGPT.
PT.
Yeah, I think it's pretty crazy. Like, we were talking about this earlier, but Marques Brownlee, big tech YouTuber, he made a video talking about this, how a year ago the only video we had was the cursed video of Will Smith eating spaghetti that was made by AI, and it looks terrible. And a year later we have these Sora videos that
They're awesome.
are crazy.
They're awesome.
Yeah,
like,
you did show me the dog one. The
yeah,
puppies.
like photorealistic, I would say, is the point it's already getting to.
Marques pointed out some things that are kind of easy to miss. Like, AI struggles with hands.
Yeah.
And in one of the clips, everyone's hands are like...
They get all weird.
Edward Scissorhands.
They get, like, they don't really know.
Yeah. For me, as, like, marketing and a creator, I think it's a dream come true. Because nothing's more expensive or harder to produce than video.
Right.
Right? Especially, like, if you're going for something very specific or documentary type, right? Like,
but marketers that their job is the videoing and creating that type of content, not great for those guys.
definitely not. I mean, there's always going to be space for real video, right? But I think this eliminates, like, we use stock video on stuff, and it's like, how nice would it be to get exactly the stock image you're envisioning, right? I also think about it will allow creators to become, you know, there's a lot of people that are great storytellers. They just don't have the funds for, like, a video company or a VFX company, right? Where now they can go, if they have a great idea for a movie or a short, they can go create it through AI.
That's
and
true.
have their storytelling and their, you know, their abilities to shine through that without having to pay a lot of money.
Yeah, I feel like it will be helpful for small businesses, especially because they always say you need money to make money, because marketing, especially, and putting your business out there in ads costs a ton of money.
Yep.
And so if you have a tool that allows you to create content without having to pay tons of money to do so, would be very helpful.
Yep, I agree. No, I'm excited. I think it's really cool, honestly. And I don't know, everyone's scared of AI, and I get the hesitation, but at the same time, I think if it's utilized,
coming either way,
yeah, it's going to happen. Like, I more just think of it as a tool and a utility in my own life to make my life easier.
Yeah.
Right? So, yep.
For sure. Love AI. It has benefited us.
We love you, AI. So when
lot.
you get consciousness, remember this.
So remember how much we loved you.
When it first came out, I said it was like, what's that Iron Man guy?
Jarvis?
Jarvis. He turns into who? Ultron or whatever. I said, oh no, it's going to be like Age of Ultron.
I hope not.
All right, moving down the list in more news, we have the Alabama embryo ruling.
My mom was actually just talking to me about that because Madeline was talking to her about it.
Okay, let's hear.
Go ahead. Why don't you
go
tell
ahead,
us?
Taylor.
You
got
go ahead. You go ahead. Sorry.
The Alabama Supreme Court ruled that frozen embryos can be considered children under state law, a decision arising from wrongful death cases related to embryos destroyed at a fertility clinic invoking anti-abortion language in the Alabama Constitution. This ruling has sparked significant concern regarding the future of fertility treatment in Alabama, with critics warning that it may severely impact the ability and practice of in vitro fertilization, otherwise known as IVF, by treating frozen fertilized eggs as legal equivalents to children, potentially ending the creation of frozen embryos through IVF in the state.
Because I had thought about this a while ago because someone had posted, because especially on our page, we have a lot of people that unfortunately struggle, having children, and so they have to go through IVF, and so I follow a few people, and one in particular, she had gotten quite a few eggs, when they do the retrieval, and there was a lot of viable ones, and so then people ask, well, what are you going to do with the ones? Because obviously they're not going to have that many kids if they had like 30 eggs, and they're all viable. So it's like, what do you do? Are you going to dispose of them? Because if so, then it causes this controversy because of the whole abortion thing. It's like, so when is a child considered a child? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think this will do more harm than good, honestly. Mm-hmm. Like it's saying in the article, it's like, why would any IVF doctor then practice in Alabama?
Right.
If they have
I think someone got charged because he accidentally dropped a tray of 30 eggs.
That's what I mean. The liability is the highest in Alabama, so they're all going to move to other states where.
So I feel like they're going to have to maybe try and only extract one at a time instead of getting as many as they can to increase chances. I feel like they might have to start limiting how many they decide they're going to take out.
Yeah, I think that's going to cause issues.
Yeah.
And I even saw someone post about this, and they're like, I don't know who the governor of Texas is, but they were like, okay, so when the power grid goes out in Texas and all those embryos die, is the governor going to go to jail for mass murder?
Right.
There's just a lot of nuances, I think, as far as just how you handle that.
Right.
Right? Because, they should have things in place to obviously protect the embryos, but let's say a technician drops a tray, are they going to go to jail for murder?
For an accident, that, they weren't planning on dropping that tray,
Yeah. That is interesting. Holy cow. So they made it illegal already.
Yeah.
Is that right, Taylor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was that?
I think they passed the law.
They already passed the law.
Yeah.
It doesn't say here, but yes, it sounds like.
Wow, that's crazy. That's a big law.
But it does make you think, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. At what point?
Right.
Because, there are people, they'll get 80 eggs if they have PCOS.
Right.
And it's like, what do? Do you just freeze them forever?
Yeah, but then if you never use them, that's the same thing basically. Because then it's like you're just gonna freeze them, and then maybe someone can use them in the future.
I also remember seeing this post from this girl, and she had her eggs frozen, but she lost her job.
Mm-hmm. So did she sell
and couldn't
them?
pay to keep them frozen, and so the place like repoed them.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she was like, "What dystopian world are we living in?"
Yeah, so
I lose my job and I can't pay them my like freeze fee,
right.
and so they just take my eggs.
Or people will donate, which is, I mean, similar to like adopting. I don't really see any issue with that.
I don't know. What are your thoughts, Taylor? I'm interested.
Well, I don't know. I think if you don't want to keep your embryos, if you're done, then it's fine. That's not killing them. I mean, they're not even. This is weird to me.
And that's the debate with abortion.
Sure, it is.
So it's like you have to kind of take that whatever you're thinking with
And
abortion
put
and
it
put
both.
it to IVF.
Wow, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. Put in the comments.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what you guys think and like what your stance is on it. So, wild.
Let's get those comments rolling. All right, last in the news, we have the dumbest cop alive. A Florida sheriff's deputy, Jesse Hernandez, mistakenly fired multiple shots at Marquise Jackson, a man handcuffed and seated in a patrol vehicle, after confusing the sound of a falling acorn for gunfire. Hernandez, who resigned following the incident, has not faced charges. The event, captured on body camera footage, has left Jackson traumatized, underscoring the critical misjudgment and its aftermath.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
So
there's a video. Have you seen it?
Was a falling acorn that loud that it?
So you see in the video, he's walking around the car, and then an acorn falls and hits the top of the car.
Yeah.
Right? And he just starts running, yelling, shots fired, turns and just starts firing into the car.
He thinks that
and there's a guy in there handcuffed.
Did he kill him?
No.
That's this guy at the end. It says it has left Jackson traumatized.
But it's like, if he was that close, I mean, we heard gunfire outside our front door one time, and it was so loud that I just can't imagine him thinking in an acorn dropping on the top of a car. He would automatically assume that the guy inside the car is shooting.
I know. Isn't that so scary?
That's so scary.
Like, you could literally just a traffic stop.
Yeah.
Be shot at. Mm-hmm. And I think, like, I'm in this weird spot where I understand the necessity of cops.
Right.
And this might upset some people, but I don't care. So I don't think your everyday pulling over for speeding cop needs to carry a gun. I don't think they're equipped to do that. I don't think they're mentally able to sustain having that power. And I think it does them more harm than good. Because I think the reason people shoot at getting pulled over for speeding at a cop is because they're scared.
Right.
And they get on edge because they know the cop is armed.
I think it just heightens everyone.
It heightens everyone.
It heightens everyone's emotions.
Yeah, if it's there, it just creates this weird energy, right? Where the cop's on edge, they're on edge because they know the cop is armed, right? Like, I just think all around, I don't see the necessity for a cop that pulls you over for speeding, why he needs to carry a gun.
Yeah. I could see that. But I mean, I feel like a lot of times, at least we watch On Patrol Live pretty regularly. But it seems like a lot of times, they pull you over for speeding, especially here in Utah. I mean, I'm sure that's what they pull you over for. But it seems like they look for suspicious people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they pull you over for speeding, but they're looking for other things. And usually, I feel like they come upon a lot of people that are carrying or selling drugs. And those people oftentimes carry firearms illegally. And so I feel like it is a necessity, I think, for their own safety.
Yeah, I get that.
Because you never know. Because, you don't know who you're pulling over. You don't know what they have in the car or what they're doing.
But if they know the cop isn't armed, they're just going to drive away.
You
right?
think, unless you think you're going to go to jail, maybe, and if they know he doesn't have a gun, maybe they're just going to be like, all right, I'm just going to kill this guy and get out.
Yeah, I just don't like, I don't think they receive enough training and like,
right.
they don't receive the mental support
right.
that they need to like, clearly, look at this guy. Like he literally thought an acorn. He's so fearful while he's on the job that an acorn caused him to fire a whole clip into the car when it was an acorn. Mm-hmm. Like we have to ask ourselves, like, what's causing that?
Right.
Why would a cop?
Because you hear those stories of these cops that accidentally walk into the wrong place or something, and someone's in there, and they just automatically just pull their gun out and start shooting. You know?
Yeah. I just feel like, I don't know. We're a country that just continues doing the same thing.
Yeah,
and being shocked by the results.
Different result.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, look at school, I don't know if I can even say that. School pew-pews. I don't know. I hate that. But you know what I mean, right? Like, I feel like we're a country that just keeps allowing these things to happen.
Right. And
without wanting to change anything because of political.
Well, and I just feel like it causes a huge argument that no one gets anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. They take it personal, right? Yeah. And it's like, I don't know.
It becomes about guns, but I don't think the argument should necessarily be about guns. It should be about, because if a school shooting happens, all of a sudden
school pew pew.
Oh, sorry. If something like that happens, the argument becomes the guns are the middle of the argument. But it's like no one's talking about how it's affecting these families or what happened to these people that caused them to do this thing. There's definitely a mental health problem as well, but I feel like it needs to be a little bit more difficult for these people to get their hands on a gun.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go there on this. Because, like you said, people do get...
Yeah, they get heated, but I just feel like it's too easy for someone who isn't mentally stable to have a gun. It's too easy for them to obtain one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm glad he resigned. Like, someone like that needs help.
Yeah.
I'm not saying punish him off with his head,
Right.
I think it's showing the bigger picture of what's happening with our police force is they're mentally unwell.
Yeah, that'd be it's a stressful job, and you're scared all the time, I feel like.
Yeah, and you see it on, like you were saying, Live PD or On Patrol Live, it's just a traffic stop, maybe the car was reported stolen or something, and it's 10 guns out, it's just a very high stress job, right? And I think there's issues there because of that.
Yeah.
As far as because I remember seeing, I think it was during COVID, that 5 NYPD police officers ended their own lives.
Are you serious?
And I think that shows you how unwell that job is when it comes to your mental health, right? And how unwell it makes you. So, yeah, that is just crazy. Imagine being
some
the
heavy
guy.
Topics today.
I know, jeez. Yeah, that's rough. I think, that's my opinion. I don't want to dive into it much more as far as guns and all that, but I just think overall there needs to be some changes, or we're just going to keep getting the same results.
Yeah.
And we can't be surprised by them. Mm-hmm. So, cool.
Alrighty, everybody. We're going to take a turn for the lighter here.
Good.
We're going to play our favorite game. We're Not Really Strangers.
We played this with my mom and my sister.
Yeah,
and
we
my
played it with
brother-in-law.
Lindsay's family.
And we played it as a group, and it was actually really fun.
That's awesome.
We
have the couples version here.
Oh, yeah, this is the couples version.
Yep, this is the couples version. Go check them out. We're notreallystrangers.com. It was fun playing it as a group.
Yeah,
the questions were
we know each other. We thought, we know each other well, But some of them, you ask questions of like what you think of the other person and stuff like that. It's just fun to hear, people's
It was
deeper
like,
thoughts.
who was your first love?
Yeah, we asked my mom.
We asked Lindsay's mom. So. Okay, why don't you do 2?
Okay. Oh, that's a wild card. Okay. What did your friends think about me when we first started dating?
Oh, okay. Let me think. When we first started dating, I think they thought you were like a cool girl.
You think?
I think so.
Okay. Well, did you ask their opinion?
I don't know.
No. I feel like, from my perspective, I feel like you didn't really care, So it's just like, I don't care if they like you or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't really like that. Like, it was just like,
Yeah.
this is who I like.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't have it. Sorry. It's not that
That's
juicy.
fine.
Okay.
How important do you think gifts are to me? And explain.
I think they're not super important, but they are important.
Explain.
I think, excuse me. Like if I didn't get you anything for Christmas,
I would be sad.
you'd be sad. But at the same time, it's not like we have to do gifts every time.
Yeah.
Like I would say, like as far as importance, that's pretty low.
Right.
When it comes to like me showing my love to you.
Yeah, that's probably.
But you do like gifts.
I like gifts. It's always nice to get a gift, but again, I wouldn't, it's not something I expect, and not something that I feel like if you don't get me a gift, you don't love me.
Yeah. No, I get that. So, okay, what do you think I'd like to do more often with you? Don't be weird. That look Taylor gave me. That side eye.
You'd like me to snuggle with you and maybe take you into the bedroom a little bit more.
You're weird.
It was so funny. I'm going to bring it up.
Lindsay, please.
Last week
Why do you torture me?
Last week after the podcast, because the question in this game was how important is physical affection, and Jaden said mine was a 0, but I said Jaden's was a 10. So
You're gonna think I'm like friggin' 50 Shades of Gray, crazy.
So I
guy.
brought up that I felt like I did a pretty good job of compromising because I don't, physical affection isn't such like a huge thing for me, that I try to accommodate Jaden, but Jaden's is so high that it's not like usually enough for Jaden, Not that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying we're just literally on opposite sides of the scale. And so I embarrassed Jaden last week in front of all of his friends, his coworkers, and told them all how often we have sex.
Which was a lie.
It wasn't a lie. It was not a lie. No, I didn't.
You literally said,
What did I say?
What did I say?
What did I say? What did I say?
No, do not. All right. Thanks for the story.
But after that, that is something that I feel like he would like more of.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. I don't know. I like you.
I know you do, and I like you too.
You're hot.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Thanks. Are you satisfied?
Yeah, I am. Thank you.
All right. Next question. You're in trouble. What do you think I'm most sensitive to?
Sensitive to? Dairy.
You woke up with something. What the heck? Yeah, it's true. What about emotionally?
Emotionally sensitive too.
What gets me going?
I'm trying to think. Jaiden's usually a pretty happy guy. But I feel like when he gets sensitive or emotional, oh man, I don't even know.
You don't know me?
Apparently not. I feel like you're pretty sensitive to like other people's feelings, though.
That's what I'm most sensitive about? Is
No.
other people's feelings?
No. I feel like you're sensitive about like if you don't like to fail, you know? And so if you feel like, you did something wrong or if like you didn't do something right, like you take it pretty hard.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about me?
You want me to answer for you?
Yeah.
You're most sensitive to me being nice.
What do you mean?
Like, if I'm grumpy, I don't even know what I'm saying right now.
It's a hard question to answer.
Like, you're most sensitive to like if someone wrongs you, it really bothers you. Like, why didn't she text me?
No, I don't really get bothered by that.
Lindsie, you do. That bothers you the mostest.
I don't think so, but if you think so, that's fine.
Stop it. You know that's true.
It's not true.
You don't like it when you... I don't even know. Like, if someone doesn't invite you and you feel like you should have been invited. Or you feel like you're like, why would they do that when they know this? That bothers you.
It bothers
I
me
know
when
that
people.
does.
It bothers me when people aren't aware of.
Of you.
No, not of me. Just socially aware.
Yeah. So I'm right.
No, I feel like that doesn't really bother me that much.
Linz, you will stay
Really?
bothered.
When was the last time?
I don't know. I don't want to call anyone out.
Because I can't even think of any time. Usually I just say it as a joke. Like, oh, well, I didn't get an invite, but it's usually not. I probably wouldn't have gone anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that was a good round.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing along with us. You can't win them all.
No.
You can't bat 100%.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, save us, Taylor.
Okay.
I interrupt this episode of Between Us to talk about today's sponsor, the Dreamers Club merch. This is our own line of clothing that we've put out. You may have noticed that during today's episode, me and Lindsie are wearing the same hoodie, and this is our medicated hoodie. It's not just any piece of clothing. It's a testament to our journey, our struggles, and more importantly, our victories. Each thread, each color has been chosen to represent a story, and that story is something that we know many share, which is overcoming depression, anxiety, and kind of breaking the stigma on being medicated, whether that's antidepressants, whatever it is. So this hoodie is a statement in the fight against mental health stigma. Lindsie has been incredibly open about her battle with depression and how much medication has saved her. So if you'd like to check out and shop this hoodie for yourself, go to whywedream.com to check it out. Let's get back to the episode.
Here's a submission from this week from one of our followers and watchers. How do I stay connected to my spouse when we are like ships in the night and our schedules don't line up?
We've had this.
When you're doing summer sales, maybe? I don't know.
No, like there was a time period where Lindsie worked nights.
Oh, that's right. Way back.
And I worked days. So
That was rough.
Yeah, it was rough.
Oh my gosh, you have to tell that story.
No.
It was so funny.
Yeah, Lindsie worked. We both worked as CNAs.
I worked the night shift.
Certified nurse assistants.
Yes.
But we didn't work at the same place. Mm-hmm. And so I would take Lindsie to work at what time? 11?
9 or 10, I think.
9 or 10?
I don't remember.
And then she would work at night. I'd pick her up in the morning. Mm-hmm. And then I would go to work.
Yeah, and I would sleep during the day.
And she would sleep while...
He was at work.
While I was at work. So... And it was rough. I do remember that time period being like, whoa.
Luckily, it didn't last very long.
Yeah, luckily.
But tell them about the time.
Okay. So I'm working my job, and like many of the stories I tell, my tummy started grumbling, okay? Everyone's laughing at me. My tummy was a grumbling, okay? I had some cream of wheat. I had a little milk because it needed it. And and I was working, I was like, dang, my stomach hurts. But if you have been following along, you know I also don't
like public
number
restrooms.
2 at the public restrooms. Okay. So like a good boy, I wait till my lunch break, and we lived what, 5 minutes from where I worked?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just going to go home, do my business, and come back to work during my lunch break, right? So I'm driving, and I'm like, whoa, I don't know if I'm going to make it into where we live. And where we lived at the time was a fourplex. Mm-hmm. So there was, obviously 3 other people living there. And I pull in, I run inside, I get to the door, and it's locked. And I don't have no more time to hold.
Did we only have one key, or why couldn't you
I don't know.
It? I don't know.
Probably had one key.
Yeah.
So it's locked, but Lindsie, I know, is home, but just sleeping. Right? Because she worked the night shift. So I'm banging on the door. Lindsie! Lindsie! I'm yelling, let me in! And then I hear the door behind me open, and the guy peeks to see what's going on out here. And then he just shut the door. And so I'm just going back. Let's see. I was literally pounding on the door. I'm going bathroom. Let me in. And I'm like, Frank, what am I going to do? So then I go outside and I grab a handful of rocks. And I just start throwing them at the window. Lindsie, please wake up. And I'm just throwing these.
And I never woke up.
She never woke up.
I woke up to a bunch of missed calls.
Oh, I called her. Gosh, dang it. I'd hang up, call her again. Please pick up, please pick up, please pick up.
I was so tired, obviously. And we have a fan in our room that makes a lot of noise. And I didn't hear a thing. Didn't even wake up in the slightest. So I found out, I was oblivious the whole time that he had to go to the bathroom, and he was pounding on the door.
I was so mad at you. So I ended up just driving back to the nursing home. And
did you go to the bathroom?
Yeah, I sure did.
Wow.
I know. I felt gross the rest of the day, though.
Well, what do they call that? What's that where you have to get over your phobia by doing the thing that you're afraid of?
Exposure, therapy.
Yeah, there you go.
But that doesn't answer your question.
Yeah. That's right. There was a question. That's why we're telling this story.
Yes. How do you work through that?
Quit your job. That's what we did.
Oh my gosh, Lindsie.
I'm just kidding. I mean, we at night, obviously we did do that. We did. That actually is something that is funny about Jaiden and I. Jaiden and me and Jaiden. Anyways.
Okay.
Is if we don't like what we're doing, and if it's not making us happy, we're not doing it anymore.
It's true. We bow out quick.
Yeah. We were like, oh, you want us to work on Thanksgiving? No, we're leaving. See ya.
And they're like, so what are you going to do? I
don't know. But that's the thing. I feel like we always just figure it out. But we always find something that I feel like we enjoy more doing than what we were previously doing. And now we're at a place where I feel like we both enjoy what we're doing. You know?
No, it's
I
definitely
mean, that
served
still doesn't
us.
really answer your question.
Yeah, just quit your job. It's
But
so
I
easy.
would, but to me, I just feel like we're just different in that way. Where like a job is just a job, and we can figure it out.
This is horrible advice.
But I did wake up eventually, and we would eat dinner together and watch The Office
Yeah,
at
I was
night.
gonna say that. Just make the moments that
you
are
together.
moments.
Like we had these little TV trays. We would cook
Oh,
dinner
yeah.
together.
Those were the good old days.
Yeah, and
man.
we had all the Office on DVD.
Yeah, we did.
And we would every night we would watch The Office together.
With our TV trays. That was so
That
cute.
is so cute.
And it's like we knew it was only for a season.
Right. And Jaden was doing summer sales, and his hours were like he would go to meetings at 11.
Yeah, that
and
was
he
probably
He wouldn't
worse.
come home till like 9, so I was just home all day. But in the mornings, like usually once or twice a week, we would try to go to the park or do something,
right.
or go to the pool. And then on Sunday, we always went to Disneyland, or we went to the beach or something like that. So
Yeah.
I feel like the moments that we had together, we tried to make them count.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Make the moments count
Yeah.
that you do have together.
Yeah.
Cool. That was better advice.
We got there eventually.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, guys, it's time to settle our
The finale.
debate. Okay, all I have written here is coaching kids at sports.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to start. Let me
Okay.
start.
Put those gloves on.
So Fletcher is only 3. Keep this in mind. He's only 3 years old, okay? Jaden wants him to be a professional athlete already.
That's not true.
We go to soccer practice, and Fletcher's just kind of doing his own thing. He's not really paying attention to what the coach is telling him to do. And so Jaden wanted me to go out there and help him.
No.
Yes, you said go out there and coach him, and I said,
Yeah, I said go out there and coach him.
I said that's not my job. I said I'm just here to watch him. But I went out there because you wanted me to.
And he started crying.
No, he didn't start crying. I was helping him, but this is exactly what happened at T-ball. Is when I was out there with him, he expected me to stay out there with him the whole
And
time.
you say no.
You know that doesn't work with Fletcher.
It doesn't work because you don't make it work.
Jaden. Again, he's only 3. Okay. So so I went out there and I was helping him, and then he got a little bit sad. So I picked him up and I put him back
Which
down.
you don't pick up.
So
Pick him up.
anyways, Jaden comes out there and switches me and decides to be Coach Dad.
And what did I do?
He did a good job. He helped him dribble, but Jaden had to go home. And guess what? Fletcher didn't like that because Jaden was out there with him and then he wasn't. So then I had to go back out there with him, and he was sad. So Jaden got upset with me because I picked him up and because he said I needed to coach him better. And my argument was he's only 3. I'm just here to let him.
I know, but
he's just
we
trying.
got to set the good habits now.
He's only 3.
I know.
He's got
He needs to learn to.
I know, but he's got plenty of time.
I agree. That's why it's not that serious.
You made it serious.
No.
I was there to have a good time, and you made it like, you need to get out there and coach him. He needs to score a goal. He needs to do exactly what the coach is doing. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, just let him have fun. He was having fun, just kicking the ball, doing whatever he wanted to do.
Does that sound like me, Taylor?
I don't know.
There you go. Case closed.
My mother was there. She'll concur with me.
She can attest.
Yes.
No, here's what happened. Here's a true story. Fletcher was listening 0% to the coach.
But he was having fun. That's
Zero.
what matters. There was other kids there, and they were doing the same. Like there was one girl just off on the other side of the court doing her own thing, and no one did a thing about it.
I know, and the coach didn't say nothing.
Okay, well they don't get paid enough to care that much.
Well, we should take him to somewhere they get paid enough.
I just want him to experience sports. I want him to find a sport that he really likes and join it. I just want him to try him out. I'm not wanting him to be like good at everything.
And I'm like,
while
what's
he's
the
3
line
years
of
old.
me getting him to play, to do the things he's supposed to do, but also make it enjoyable so he'll want to do it again.
Right.
You know? So I
Yeah.
went out there
And you did a great
and
job.
I had a pep talk. I said, son, that's your coach.
Yes.
You need to listen to your coach.
Yeah.
Okay? And then he started listening.
And he did a great job. Like Fletcher was actually
started dribbling.
He was actually dribbling. Usually he just runs up and kicks it as far as he can. But with Jaiden, he was like lightly touching. He did a great job.
Him.
But I'm just not a good coach. That's not my thing. Okay, you're good at that, but you
and he
left.
put his foot on top of the ball.
And
held
he did
the
a great
ball.
job. But I'm not good at that.
And every time he'd look and go, guess what I'd say?
No, but
no, Fletcher.
So I tried that, but then he started crying harder.
He cried with me.
Anyways, he wound up having...
No, anyways. The point is, the method I was doing worked.
Yeah, but I was worried that he wasn't having fun.
Oh, he was having a blast.
But it was funny because I was watching videos, because I took videos of him playing, and he was watching him with me, and he goes, "You got to listen to your coach."
See? He's learning.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's hard because he is going to be going into preschool.
Yes,
and he
that's
does
my
need
worry.
to learn how to like pay attention and listen and follow direction.
And he needs to be able to be okay with being told to do something.
Yeah, to do something and do it without like whining,
without crying.
So that is the hard part. So, but it was only his first week, so I'm just hoping he'll continually.
So settle our debate. Do you hold them and let them cry, and that's just okay?
They're only 3, or do you?
Or do you say no? It's time for some discipline in this kid's life, so that he can.
He's just so
integrate.
Cute, though. It's just so hard not to pick him up and.
But I just know him. I have memories of the same thing.
You're right. I know.
And my dad would be like,
"No,
yeah. What are you doing? Get out there and play."
Yeah, and that's how my dad is. My dad's very competitive. He's good at every sport.
I know. That's why I'm shocked you're not like. Go on.
I'm just, I am competitive like my dad, but I also don't, I'm not as, like, if I lose, I don't care as much, you know what I'm saying? Or if I just want to have fun.
It wasn't about win or lose. It was purely, he's there to play soccer.
I know,
so
but again, I was going to say, like, that's how my dad was, and I am grateful that he was that way because I learned valuable skills, I feel like. Mm-hmm. But in my mind, again, he's only 3, and I'm like, well, maybe he just doesn't understand yet.
No. The habits... He starts now, carry into 4.
So then that's the problem. It's like, well, what if he turns 4 and then I'm still like, oh, well, he's only 4. And then all of a sudden, oh, well, he's only 20. He can still live with us.
So I think I want to get him into private lessons.
For soccer? He's only 3, Jaiden.
No. Private lessons where the coach says, it's me and you, Fletcher. We're not there. We drop him off. Coach, take care of this kid. Make him into the next Beckham.
It would probably be better if we weren't there, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Get him private lesson. Coach can do the drills with him.
Get him with Coach Harry.
Coach Harry, I've already texted him.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Fletcher's going to be a professional soccer player.
No, this is stepping stone.
Okay.
To pickleball.
Oh, pickleball.
Cool. Yeah, put in the comments.
Yeah.
Which parenting
But
style.
Again, I feel like...
Don't go back. We don't need a rehash.
But it's just mom versus dad. I feel like the way mom handles things is different than the way dad handles
things. There was a mom there that was like, you listen, coach.
Yeah, that lady that was out there on the
court. She was awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job, you guys.
Okay.
That is the end of the episode.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. Be sure, if you haven't already, to submit your submission. We love those. So go to the link in this video. Like and subscribe, and more importantly, tune in next week, next Monday, for the next episode of Between Us.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
Big hug, little kiss. Thank you. Bye-bye now.